presented by Jgr Esports. We have got everyone in the lobby, just waiting on Velt for one more second. I'm going to give Velt another minute to join up, and then we will get this thing started. If he doesn't join in the next minute or two, we'll get going without him. Hang tight. Apparently he is on his way. I'm going to give him till 9:15, whether he's here or not, and then we'll get started. That way we can hopefully have a full lobby. Alright, we're going to get started. Can't wait any longer. 450 Pro Motos coming up next. Track for tonight is Jgr Yellow River, made by Vivid. Saw a little track. It was formerly Riverton. Hopefully qualifying is not on. Gotta give everyone just a second to ready up. We're not going to arrange gates because we've been having problems with that due to the servers. The longer we're in this screen right here, the higher probability we have of lagging out with server issues. So gonna give just a second for the majority of everyone to ready up, and then we'll get racing. Solid little lineup we got tonight. Missing Velt, but hopefully he'll be in for Moto 2. Hopefully no server issues. It's been a rough week on MXGP 21. Game's been crashing quite a bit, so let's hope we can get through without any issues. Again, if you're just joining us on stream, track for tonight, JGR Yellow River by Vivid. Was Riverton, made a couple small adjustments to it. Just had a couple weird reset spots before and a couple sections that really weren't hittable on a 250, so he kind of tightened it up in spots to where both classes can race it and have a nice flow to it. So excited to see what these boys can do on this track tonight. Saltman was the fastest qualifier in the 118s, so Salt's definitely moving. If you didn't see it, we recently signed Saltman to JGR Team Pride, so happy to have that guy on board. He's been ripping as of, well, he's always ripping, I guess I should say. Just qualified for the next stage of the ESX competition over in SX5 too, so congratulations to him. Oh my god. Sorry about that, guys. That is my fault. Rookie mistake. We'll get this lobby back up and running very, very shortly. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Definitely made a mistake there. That is my bad, but it is what it is. We're on to the motos either way. Gave Velt a chance to get back in here. I don't know who the hell MFFL Nation is, but bringing a whole lot of negativity up in here for no reason. Face reveal. No, I'm good. Alright, 450 motos, full lobby, 2:15 minutes. Gonna be some good battles tonight. This track's a little shorter than what we've seen so far this year. He's mad he isn't you. Yeah, maybe. Oh man, this is funny. That's all good. Positive vibes over here, bro. I'm just having fun. Get to watch y'all race some dirt bikes. It ain't that serious, but whatever. Alright, we got everyone in here. Gonna give everybody a second to get their bike set up and good to go. Lineup tonight, Pressure Applier, who shares the red plate with Saltman, Trotzilla, I'm Xerex, Samuel YZB, Dilute Tiger, new rider Gideon Demone, MX Mickey, Saltman, Velt Jr., Mason LU, Jgr Gp making his return, and Brennan Bros. We are going to get the gate dropped here from Yellow River. Let's go on board with Pressure Applier. Looks like he's got Dilute Tiger. He's going to get the whole shot up the inside here. Second place is I'm Xerex. Off to a good start. Going to see if he can capitalize and run away from those other fast boys. Dilute Tiger with a good line choice there going up the inside. Making a pass back early. But Trotzilla in the third position battling with Pressure Applier, who is in fourth. Velt Jr. in fifth. Gideon, the rookie, in sixth. Jgr Gp run the Tim Geyser kit, making the pass for sixth now, as it looks like Xerex went down, so he's falling back a little bit early. Gets nudged out of the inside line by Brennan Bros. Where is Saltman? Saltman is in 12th. Must have been sleeping off the gate. I completely missed that. Either that or went down or got reset. Either way, he is making a charge. You know he has the speed to get up there, but let's take a look at our leader, Dilute Tiger, still holding it down. This is a really good opportunity for Pressure Applier here. He's going to try to work his way into the first place position and run away with it. This is the kind of ride he needs, especially with Saltman in the back of the pack. Dilute Tiger not going to make it easy though. These guys rocking military appreciation kits this week for round 3. Super cool to see everyone come together to make that happen. Pay our respects to the men and women that put their lives at risk every day to protect our country, so shout out to all of them. Trotzilla holding it down in third with a solid ride. Brennan Bros in fourth. Gideon, really good ride in fifth here. He's showing some pretty good speed early. MX Mickey sixth, so a lot of people you wouldn't typically see maybe up in the front of the pack battling for the win early. Yeah, maybe Salt did get the glitch. I'll have to ask him about that. We've never had an issue with a start glitch on this track until it happened in the 250 LCQ, so we'll have to watch that for sure. Back out front, Pressure Applier in a perfect position to get this thing done in Moto 1. Brennan Bros with a solid ride in third, chasing down Dilute Tiger. I'm Xerex now charging back through the pack. Brennan Bros did make a pretty firm pass on Xerex after the rollers on lap 1, so let's see if he maybe sticks it to him here. Gonna elect to go outside, hold his line, make a good clean pass. Let's see if Xerex can go to work here and catch Pressure Applier. He needs to get that done. But he's got Samuel YZB making the move now around Brennan Bros, putting him into fourth, so those two are going to try to latch onto each other and find their way to the front of the pack, but we are having some great battles here. Gideon wants to get in on this battle here. Doesn't hit that inside rut, but kind of just sweeps in the middle of that turn. MX Mickey, good ride for him in 7th. Velt 8th, Trot 9th, Saltman 10th, Dogeboy 11th, and Mason LU in 12th. Let's see how these guys are going through the rollers on the 450s. Pressure not doubling. Not sure if he missed that line early in that section, but ends up doubling out. Oh, gets a little too dicey with that line. Almost goes down. Got to be careful there. Jgr and Samuel YZB. I think these guys have really found their form lately. I was starting to really see how they were last season in round 2. They were starting to kind of really have some good battles and show a lot better pace, so I wouldn't be surprised if these guys work their way up front and catch up to Pressure Applier here, or at least make things interesting. Jgr still a solid ride in 4th. Gideon, really impressed with his ride in 5th. First ever league race, coming out against the big boys in the 450 class, getting it done so far. Brennan Bros, let's see if he can make a pass up the inside here. Is Gideon going to shut the door? Gideon's going to go outside, and so does Brennan. Missed opportunity there to maybe hit that inside line, go double single out of that triple. MX Mickey still 7th, Velt 8th. Saltman starting to work on the back of the pack now. He is in 9th. Trotzilla holding it down in 10th, Dogeboy 11th, and Mason LU still in 12th. Ooh, and Pressure goes off track there, is able to save it, but that's going to allow Samuel YZB and Jgr to close the gap just a little bit. If you lose the momentum coming into those rollers, it is hard to recover. And these guys are on it. Sam just kind of spins a little too sharp there. He's going to get reset, so that's going to allow Jgr to get around him. Sam's going to have to charge to get back up to those leaders before they get away. And I just cannot tell you how impressed I am with Gideon here. Solid ride for him. Let's see what he's able to do late in the moto. Still 10 minutes left, so plenty of time for Saltman to get in the action from the back of the pack. But the battles are really good tonight. Again, really love these military appreciation kits. Everyone's looking really solid out there. It's cool to have a theme for the kits. Ooh, MX Mickey gets reset. That's going to allow Saltman to go by. So Salt sees 2 or 3 guys just a couple seconds ahead of him here. He's really not too far outside of this thing. Salt electing triple there. See a couple different lines through that section. Now this is something Vivid did fix from Riverton. That was a huge triple that was completely unhittable on a 250 most times, and even tough on the 450, so kind of made that a little easier entry to that rhythm here. Salt really nails that inside line and putting on a good charge. Let's go back up front. Pressure Applier. He's got Jgr right on his tail. Let's see if he can make a pass here. He's been getting closer and closer by the lap. Ooh, Samuel YZB finding his way back into the mix already, so it's looking like early in this one Sam might actually have the best pace. Again, I wish I could see their lap times right now so that I could kind of tell you some better analytics on that, but Sam putting in a really solid ride early. Jgr, really impressed. Riding well. Oh, and he gets around Sam again, so Sam has got to clean those resets and mistakes up. That's definitely cost him. I think if he wouldn't have made those 2 mistakes, he'd definitely be up there. And Gideon is still hanging in with these guys. I mean, this is really impressive. I think he qualified 6th, so he definitely showed that lap time race pace in qualifying, but putting it to use here in the motos. Back to 6th, it's Saltman. So Salt is pretty much on the same rhythm section here as the leaders. He can see them coming out of the turn up there, probably about 10 to 12 seconds ahead. Velt Jr. and Brennan Bros having a hell of a battle back here. This field is stacked tonight. These guys are battling for a 7th place position, but their pace is super solid. Velt actually 5th in points right now, believe it or not. He's had 2 solid opening rounds. Was able to capitalize on some points at Gainesville last week. MX Mickey, not a bad ride for him back here in 9th. Trotzilla looking to make a move on him, but he's sitting in 10th at the moment. Dogeboy 11th, and Mason LU not too far behind him in 12th. And missed the pass, but it looks like Jgr got it done and got around Pressure Applier here. It's a tough little double. Let's see, looks like Jgr is going to hug the inside. Really easy to fall out of that line, but it does make up a little bit of time there. see what these guys do in this section. Both going outside, so the popular theme on the 450 seems to be tripling in this section, not hitting the inside after that huge triple. Ooh, pressure with a really steezy line off the left there. Xerx's going to have to pick up on that, but he almost got going too fast, kind of slammed in the face of that table. So these guys are battling back and forth right now. Let's check on the guys back here. Third, Samuel YZB. Dilute fourth, and Saltman starting to make moves now. Jgr Team Ride Rider looking to get around Dilute Tiger here, join his teammates up front, and hunt down Pressure Applier 8. His points race is super tight. There's two people sharing the red plate in both classes. In the 450s, it's Saltman and Pressure Applier. 250s, it's Dynamic Snipes and Young Macadelic. So, really good battles shaping up for the championships already. Gideon falling off the pace just a little bit, but I mean, all in all, should be super stoked to be where he's at in this moto. So 5 minutes to go, and he's in a good spot to get a 6th here. Velt finding some good pace, separating himself a little bit from Brennan Bros, but working his way, see if he can get up into the 6th place position. Trotzilla must have made a pass on MX Mickey. He did. Back to Dogeboy 11th. Got quite a ways back to Mason LU there, so no concern for Dogeboy. And looks like Xerx is opening up a little bit of a gap here now. Not sure if Pressure made a mistake or if Xerx just has the better lines right now, but you watch Pressure go very far left all season. He's been good at capitalizing on those sides of the jumps where he can without getting reset, and that makes him up a lot of time there again. So, oh, and unfortunate there. Sometimes when you hit the side, the very edge of those inside humps, it will kind of send you unexpectedly. I hate to see that happen, but the number 17 machine opening up a very nice gap here, in a good position to get a race win if he can keep it clean all the way in. Saltman charging. Oh, Pressure making a lot of mistakes. He's not applying the pressure, but feeling the pressure at the moment. Saltman from dead last to 2nd. So that's a hard charger award right there, if you ask me. Let's see if he can catch Xerx now. He's probably got about 7-8 seconds up there. Pressure trying to calm down, clean it up, focus on his lines, and see if he can't keep with Salt here. Salt's one of those guys, if you allow him to put in heaters, he will start opening the gap and get away from you quickly. So really needs to see where he may be losing a little bit of time to these guys and start pushing ahead. Dilute Tiger 4th, and unfortunately Samuel YZB struggling a little bit here in 5th. He needs to work his way up and get around Dilute for the sake of points for the evening. Those top 4 have not been outside the top 4 all season in either of the 2 motos in both rounds, if I'm not mistaken. So that top 4 grouping has been pretty consistent. Looks like Dilute gets reset there. Not quite sure what happened. Looked like he just got reset for no reason. But Samuel closing the gap, and Velt in 6th got around Gideon. So Velt charging now. He's got 2 guys in front of him. Brennan Bros still back here in 8th. Trotzilla 9th. MX Mickey 10th. Dogeboy riding well in 11th. And Mason LU trying back here in 12th. So Saltman has closed the gap now. These two are going to have an epic battle to the end, if I had to guess. Mason LU is about to get lapped, so hopefully he is able to get out of the way without causing any sort of issue. The race director features in this game not quite as good as Supercross, with warnings and such, so not able to really let him know. And Saltman trying to make a pass on the outside. Mason LU gets reset, needs to get out of the way. Oh man, you would think he would understand what's happening here. Okay, yep, he does. Good on Mason LU there to slow up, but Xerx makes a little mistake going through that rhythm, or so I thought. But not enough for Salt to make a move. So these guys have 2 minutes, 10 seconds plus 2 laps. It's looking like they're gonna get through this lap and then probably get around to the finish line one more time before the timer expires. So looking like 4 laps to go for these guys. Salt gonna try to go inside, gets it clean. Xerx is gonna get a better run on the outside, however Salt able to stay lower. Let's see if Xerx can respond. These guys are on rails right now. Looks like Xerix is lining up an inside pass. Opts to stay a little conservative here, but right on the rear wheel. All it takes is one slip up from Salt, and Xerix will be right on the move there. Pressure applier still holding down third. Gets that rear wheel off the edge of the berm there. Sammy YZB did make the move past Dilute Tiger, and Dilute falling back a little bit. Even Velt has found his way past Dilute here, so Velt running fifth. Velt proving that he's in fifth in points for a reason. He's got the pace to be up there, running inside the top 5, so good for him. Gideon still holding down the 7th position, a little ways back to Brennan Bros 8th, Trotzilla 9th, MX Mickey still in 10th, Dogeboy a little ways back in 11th, and Mason LU still trying in 12th. So it's Xerix still out front, opened up a little bit more time on Saltman now. But we know that gap is nothing too serious. Just a couple bike lengths. And they have absolutely opened it up over Pressure Applier here, so Pressure's going to have to go back to the drawing board after this moto and try to reset and see if he can't get a win in the next one to kind of offset. Not that this is a bad moto by any means, but it certainly isn't what he wants. Seeing his points rival, both of them actually getting out in front of him. So Sammy YZB 4th now, so all things considered, Sam's made a lot of mistakes in this moto, but his pace has been unreal. He fell back to 6th recently, about 5-6 minutes ago, and has worked his way back to 4th. And now he's knocking on the door of 3rd place here. Let's see if he can get it done. Velt Jr., great pace here. He's really got a podium position right in front of him, so we'll have to stay tuned with him. Check back in with him later in the moto, see if he can maybe work his front tire in a turn there and make a pass late. Dilute Tiger trying to rebound now, get back into that 5th place position. He had a solid ride going in 3rd at one moment. Gideon still 7th, no immediate pressure behind his Brennan Bros, still chugging along, hitting this big uphill double. And Trotzilla actually making up a little bit of time on Brennan Bros now. MX Mickey still 10th, Doge 11th, and Mason 12th. So Xerix really opening the gap up now. Oh, Salt tries to go off the side of that jump there to stay low. That's going to cost him, unfortunately. So it looks like Xerix is going to get 2 laps to go. All he has to do is just ride it in consistently and smooth and get this Moto 1 win. Put him in a good position, obviously, to get that overall if he can have a decent moto in Moto 2. But you know Saltman won't let it happen easily. A lot of these guys really trying to hit that inside line after that double. Really a tough one to stay in, but these 450 guys making it work for him. Sammy YZB gets the passer on Pressure Applier, moves himself into 3rd now. So the 3 JGR Team Fried boys, 1, 2, and 3. Putting the power to the ground, letting that thing eat. Saltman closing the gap just a little bit now, really putting in a hard charge. He's able to kind of smack off the face of that single and land on that table, which really helps him out. Oh, and a hell of a line. I was thinking for some reason he was coming up on Xerix there. Just saw the Honda, but that was actually not traffic. But either way, hell of a line there by Salt. And Xerix is going to have 1 lap to go here, folks. 450 Pro Moto 1 here at Yellow River. Track by Vivid. Definitely shaping up to be a good battle track here. A lot of different line choices and spots. Kind of let the creativity flow a little bit. Some more technical areas of the track where we saw first 2 rounds had some faster pace racing on some more wide open tracks. So this definitely has some spots where they're hauling, but also where they have to be thinking about their line choices and can't get too risky with the throttle, if you will. So Xerix still with a considerable gap at the moment, just trying to really focus on his line selection, not do anything too crazy, and just ride it in. But watch Salt's line through here. So he's going to go off the edge of this jump here, stay low, and then get a good drive, and kind of almost able to scrub over that. Not quite able to land on top of the table this time, but still a pretty quick line through there. So he's going to make one last push for the lead. Nice line through there as well. Let's see what Xerox opts to do here. Get it from Saltman's point of view the whole way in. Xerox looks like he's going to go inside, protect his line. Smart choice. Saltman's going to do the same, trying to find every bit of space that he can. Xerox just needs to keep it clean through here. And Xerox is going to be your 450 Moto 1 winner here at Yellow River. Saltman, solid charge from 12th, moves his way into the second place position. And we have a last lap battle with Pressure and Samuel YZB here. Let's see who's going to get to the line first. Samuel's going to cut the line off, and he's going to get third, it looks like. But good charge from Pressure there, getting fourth. So those top four guys, insane pace. Dilute Tiger going to come in the fifth place position. Get the final results here. So it's going to be Dilute 5th, Velt 6th, Gideon, the rookie, in 7th, Burnin' Bros 8th, Trotzilla 9th, MX Mickey 10th, Doge Boy 11th, and Mason LU 12th. So really solid moto there. What a battle to the end. Samuel YZB and Pressure Applier on the back wheel. I mean, that was a photo finish. So super exciting moto here. Looks like Salt lagged out. We'll get him back in the lobby. We'll take just a 2 to 3 minute break here. Let these guys get a bathroom break, drink break, and we'll get right back at it. Alright, going to give everyone a second to ready up here. Just had a brief break. But man, what a Moto 1. That was super exciting on this track. Cam Franklin, dude, I don't know what happened. Just fell apart. It's all good, bro. That pace was insane. He still rode well. Almost were able to pull off a pass last second there. Yeah, hopefully this new GP game that comes out this year. I've been saying it for years, but the only thing that's really tough with this game is the resets. So I think if they could just clean the resets up a little bit to where they're not so strict, or at least give you a chance to get back on the track, that would be sick. So let's see. Have just about everyone readied up here. Just waiting on Trotzilla, Doge Boy, Dilute, and Mason. I'm sure Doge Boy and Trot are probably ready. Alright, let's get this thing going. What's up, Sword? Good to see Sword in the stream for some MXGP. Alright, 450 Moto number 2 from Yellow River. Saltman P2 in this one, so it's going to make for an interesting second moto to see who gets the overall between him and Xerox here. One more 15-minute moto here, and then it's on to the 250 boys. Again, we ran the 450s first tonight just to alternate it through the series. That way everyone gets a chance to run earlier in the evening. But these boys are putting on a hell of a show early. Yeah, Salt, that was close, man. You were almost there. $17 people in the stream. That's sick, honestly. We've been getting a lot of views. We had 200 views on the streams from last week, so definitely cool to see a lot of people watching the races. Give everyone just a second to ready up. Again, we're not going to pick gates for whatever reason. When I go and select gates on this game, it just lags me out. So trying to not run into that problem again tonight. Alright, we're going to get this thing started. Just about everyone readied up here. But I know the two of them readied up at the main screen there. So let's hope and pray that we get through to the track again with no issues. Hey, what's up, Doc? It's honestly pretty funny. What's up, Doc? Alright, I'm excited for some 450 racing. That was an exciting moto to watch. Every single week I really enjoy just calling the race, almost more than I enjoy racing, really. So these guys are putting on a show every week. Really good lobby here. What's up, man? Thanks for the subscription. We appreciate you tuning in and watching the racing. Good luck to you too, Cam. That's pressure applier there. P4 in Moto 1, looking to improve upon it in Moto 2. Let's hope and pray that no reset glitches off the start again. Sword, hell yeah, my man. I enjoy racing, but the pressure of it is far greater than it is commentating. So I feel like the more I do this, the more I really honestly enjoy it. So another moto here from Yellow River. Again, the lineup: Samuel YZB, Mason LU, Jgr Dogeboy, I'm Xerox, Pressure Applier, Dilute Tiger, the rookie Gideon, Saltman, MX Mickey Velt, Trot, and Brendan Bros. These guys are getting their setups dialed in. And here we go. The revs are up here at Yellow River, and the gates are down. Let's go on board with MX Mickey. See if he can get a start here. Honestly, respect to the number 69. Anytime I see it in a game at the track IRL, just love to see the number 69 on a dirt bike. Who's out front early? Oh, Saltman. What is going on with this game right now? This has never happened. So looks like Saltman is gonna wait up. I don't really know what the call is here. I mean, essentially, I guess we're just gonna say that he waits until everyone gets around to him. But at the moment, it's Gideon second, Pressure Applier third, I'm Xerox fourth, and Dilute Tiger fifth. So whereas Saltman got reset all the way to the back of the pack last time, he got reset all the way to the front. So let's see what he does here. I think he got moving again. It looks like he was pretty fair there. Shout out to him for doing that. Kind of let everyone get around him. He's going to work his way through traffic. You know, Salt definitely has the speed to do that. But back up front, let's see what the battle is. So Pressure Applier making the most of a decent start here in Moto 2. Knows he needs to put the power to the ground and get it done here for the sake of the overall. You got Samuel YZB looking for redemption early in this one. And where is Xerox? Xerox must have went down. He's back in 7th, unfortunately. That's going to be a bummer for him. You know he wants to be up there. Trotzilla behind his two teammates, Saltman and Xerox here. He's sitting in 9th. Got Dogeboy coming out of retirement back in 10th. Shout out to Dogeboy. One of the OGs for JGR back in the SX3 days. Really doesn't race much anymore, but once in a while likes to come out and support for the boys. So good to see him come out and just try to race. Made it through to the mains tonight. Brennan Bros back in 11th and Mason LU 12th. The Pressure Applier coming through the rollers here. Looks like he's got a little bit of lag, unless that's on my screen, but Gideon still holding strong in second. Dilute Tiger tries to make a pass on that inside line, but not able to get it done. Gideon showing really good speed here, trying to see if he can make a pass for the lead early and get away. I'm Xerox making passes quickly, moving into 4th. Saltman in 5th now. Back to Trotzilla and Sammy YZB. So we got 4 JGR Team Fried riders, 3 through 7 here. Velt trying to make an aggressive pass on the inside. Needs to be careful not to slide out on that inside roller. MX Mickey right on the back of this, pack 2 and 9th. So this is an absolute train early in 450 Moto 2. Brandon Bros 10th, and honestly Dogeboy right there as well. Mason LU a little ways back, but putting in his best effort. Cool to see him come out and race. Ooh, as he goes down, commentator's curse. Back up front to our leader. pressure applier, opening up a little bit of a gap now. So he was able to stay out of trouble in this moto, get out front and kind of run away with it at the moment. But you know those boys are coming. Sword, the curse is real, my man. I'm telling you, every week it happens, whether I like it or not. I just gotta call it as I see it. Oh, a lot happened on the track here. So Xerox and Salt with a really good wheelie scrub line through that little uphill section here. These guys are toe to toe in the rollers. Who's going to hold the inside? Salt electing to go outside. Xerox going to hold that inside. They're right on the rear wheel of pressure applier now. Gideon trying to hang in there. So this racing is absolutely insane right now. You see Saltman up here in the mix too. These guys are going tit for tat right now. Samuel YZB, who is just in second, back to fifth now. So all sorts of passes up and down the leaderboard happening here. Dilute Tiger, solid Moto 1. I think he was fifth or sixth. So definitely showing some consistency in Moto 2. He's just got to let this race come to him. He's got a lot happening in front of him. 5 guys all battling, so they're bound to maybe either get into each other or kind of slow the pace down because they're all taking each other's lines. So see if Dilute can sneak up, just like, oh, it looks like he's going to do that here on the inside, try to make a move. Not able to get a good enough drive, but little ways back to Trotzilla here in 7th. Better ride for him in Moto 2. Brennan Bros charging from 11th early, trying to see if he can work his way up front. Velt had a solid comeback ride. It's in Moto 1. Seems like that's kind of his forte. Not maybe the best starter, but really puts in consistent laps and lets the race come to him. MX Mickey's still 10th. Doge Boy looking to capitalize. Maybe make a move here. That would be good for him for the top 10 overall, as he was just behind MX Mickey in the first moto, and Mason LU back in 12th. So Saltman has worked his way out front now in this moto. Pressure applier still trying to hold on, see if he can match Salt's pace and intensity. At the very least for Xerox, you'd like to see him get second in this moto. Just you know, he wouldn't at least lose any points on the night to Saltman, if you will. Salt would get the overall with 2-1. But these 3 guys right there, and Samuel YZB in 4th. So is the theme of this entire series in the 450 class to this point. These 4 separating themselves. But again, I really got to give this guy a shout out, man. He's been absolutely ripping. First ever time doing any sort of league racing. Comes out in the 450 class here. Jgr Pro MX GP League. Do you guys do F1 racing? We do not. However, check out the, I think it's called the Moto Boys F1 League, MBF1 League on Discord and on Instagram. Sword, who's in the stream at the moment, he does commentate that race every week to my understanding, and those boys have some cool battles over there. So if you're interested in racing F1, check them out at MBF1 League on Instagram. Dilute Tiger falling off the pace just a little bit, but still really not a bad ride for him in 6th. That put him in a pretty good overall position. Trotzilla better than Moto 1. Ooh, getting the shakes just a little bit going uphill there. Some of these off-camber sections are tough to gain traction, especially coming downhill into this turn here. You got to really be careful to not swing too far wide. I see, Sword. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Such is life with video games, right? Ooh, tough go for Velt here back in 8th. Oh, just not my vibe. Gonna stick to SX/MX. Okay, heard that. Nothing wrong with that. If you guys haven't checked out, if you haven't heard of Sword somehow, go check him out at SwordMX on Instagram. Dude throws together some cool stuff for the SX/MX community, and really the best commentator in the game. So really recommend you go check out what he's doing. Brennan Bros holding it down in 9th. Not where he wants to be, but plenty of time in this moto left. 7 minutes plus 2 laps. And MX Mickey and Doge Boy going at it here. This is so cool to see Doge racing. He downloaded the game like yesterday. So cool to see him racing. Showing some good line selection and speed. who knows, maybe he can work up into those boys in front of him and make some more passes. But back in 12th, still Mason LU. He's going to be getting Saltman and the rest of the boys coming behind him shortly. But not sure if Xerox fell off, but at the moment, Samuel YZB working in the second place position. Pressure tries to run him high, hold him up high in the turn, but he is unable to do that. Watch Pressure. Oh, they both go outside there, so Sam has picked up on that line, starting to see how fast it is, but Pressure almost looks like he gets a little bit better of a drive. Oh, I thought he just wadded his shit for a second, but just a little bit of lag on the screen. Oh, and did Sam get reset? That's such a bummer. So that's the risk you take with some of these outside lines on the edge of the jumps. Sword, it's never too late, my man. Could always make one or two. Would love to see what you can come up with. Gideon, solid ride in 5th. I just really can't get over this. I recommend you give Shire another chance. He's a solid dude. Probably didn't mean to. I see, Sword. That makes sense. You have to let me know, by the way, whenever you're on bikes, so me and Xerox can rip with you. We've been practicing a little bit on that game. But Samuel, that reset unfortunately cost him. But making up a little bit of time on those guys, so definitely has plenty of time to get it done. But Saltman absolutely checked out. Oh, as I say that, the curse strikes once again. Sorry about that, Salt. Little mistake there, but he still has plenty of room back to second here. Xerox trying to work his way back into the second place position. Needs to do it for the sake of points in the series. He's really not too far outside of this thing, so if he can walk away even with his teammate Saltman at the end of the night, I'd say that's a win. Samuel YZB just falling off a little bit. It's coming in waves here for Sam. Seems like he kind of picks up the pace for a couple laps and then makes a mistake and falls back. Let's see if he can regroup. Gideon. Solid ride in 5th. Duluth Tiger 6th still, Trotzilla 7th, so really in the middle of this field, not a whole lot changing. These guys are kind of distancing themselves just a tad bit. Brennan Bros 8th and Velt 9th, so as I say that, hell of a battle going back here. Velt's going to go on the inside. He's going to make a pass on Brennan Bros, but Brennan Bros going to have a little bit more steam coming off that triple. These guys holding strong. Velt staying a little bit lower. Doge Boy, good ride for him in 10th, better than Moto 1, that's all you can ask for. MX Mickey not too far behind in 11th, and Mason LU in 12th still. So Saltman, solid ride here in Moto 2. You knew Salt could get it done even after having some reset problems in both motos, finding his way at the front of the pack. Pressure Applier though, kind of finding some late race pace here. I'm Xerox still charging, trying to get this thing done. As it sits, I think he would still have the second overall just because Pressure Applier was 4th in Moto 1. But again, points are everything in this series. It's a little different than Supercross with points being awarded by Moto, so you have more chances to get points on any given night. So that could work in your favor or also against you. These guys still going at it back here. Not a whole lot changing. So this moto kind of a little bit more calm throughout the field. It looks like you're starting to see where everyone's true speed is at. Everyone's got the track dialed, their lines picked out. So these guys are distancing themselves a little bit more, compared to Moto 1 where there was a little bit more back and forth. But those top 4 guys all have a similar gap in between each other. So it's going to really take maybe a mistake from any one of them for the other to capitalize, as they're all running about the same lap times in that 118 to 119 range. The Yellow River track has made for some really good racing tonight. Again, a little shorter of a lap time than what we're used to seeing here, but definitely has some more tricky spots like this section Samuel's going through right here that can definitely make or break someone's race and or lap times. Gideon holding strong. He ended up falling back to 7th in Moto 1, but this 5th in Moto 2 might be good enough to get him the overall 5th, as the other 2 guys, Duluth and Velt, are behind him. So those were the closest finishers to him in Moto 1. Brennan Bros really wasn't able to recover this moto, unfortunately. Thought he might have got up a little bit closer to the middle of the pack, but either way, good ride for him. Ooh, Trot goes down there. Doge almost makes a save, but good old MXGP 21 reset. MX Mickey closing the gap a little bit. Oh, and Mason needs to be careful. I'm sure he didn't mean to do that. It was just kind of a weird racing incident there. So let's check on our leader, Saltman. If anything, has opened the gap up even more over Pressure Plier, so he's going to get the 2-lap card as he comes around next time. Just really needs to ride a safe race coming in. He will be your overall winner. Xerox still charging, looking for room, trying to hit his heaters with 2 to go here, catch up to Pressure Plier to get that 1-2 on the night. I think that would be one of his better 2-moto score finishes of the season. And Sammy YZB, even though he's made a lot of mistakes early in this one, is finding himself on the back of that 2nd and 3rd battle here. So with 2 to go, anything could happen. He's within bike links now going into that turn. Gideon still 5th, Duluth 6th, Velt 7th, Brennan Bros 8th, Trotzilla 9th, Doge Boy in 10th, MX Mickey still 11th, and Mason LU in 12th. Saltman going to go around Mason again here. Final lap for these guys, so I cannot believe the 450 racing is almost already over with. Night's moving pretty quickly, but stay tuned. We have some intense motos coming up for the 250 class. A lot of heavy hitters battling. Oh, and Pressure Applier gets reset on the last lap. So again, guys, that is the risk you run with those outsides. Now, he might be able to get a good drive and sneak himself back up and show a wheel to Xerox, but oh, he's holding on for dear life now as Samuel YZB squares underneath, trying to make a pass with 1 lap to go. That would give him 3rd overall in the night. So these top 4 are still battling relentlessly. No one has been able to disrupt the system here in the 450 class. And Saltman is going to be your moto... Oh, no, he's got 1 more lap. Why did it say final lap already? That is strange. Again, another milestone glitch. So, excuse me, we have 1 lap to go still, but either way, some intense battles shaping up. That is weird. I think because Saltman had that reset early, that it just kind of threw him out of the cycle there, but he'll still get that Moto 2 win regardless. He did wait up. Yeah, I don't know, Cam. A lot of weird stuff happened to leaderboard. Salt will still be your Moto2 winner and overall winner. He did do the right thing, waited up for the whole field, and then worked his way back up into the lead position. Oh, and there we go. So it fixed it for the final results. So final results for Moto2, Saltman in first, Xgr second, Pressure Plier third. He'll get that third overall over Samuel YZB in fourth. Milestone games, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. Gotta love it. All right, we're going to try the podium interviews again this week. I have my settings turned on to where it allows party audio. So just a minute, we'll talk to these guys in the top three, and then we'll be on to the 250 class. Hang tight. Can the stream hear it? That's what my settings on too. It says allow party audio. I don't understand that. I went to... Yeah, I'll talk to you guys real quick, and then I'll clip it and save it. Let me go and mute. I'll start with Saltman here, the overall winner. Salt, how do you feel after getting that win, man? That was kind of a crazy couple motos for you with some resets there. Right, it was polar opposites. But yeah, man, solid ride. Cool, man. Well, congrats, and again, good ride, and we'll see you next round, man. Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna move on to second overall. I'm Xgr. Tell me about your ride, man. How are you feeling going into next round? Yeah, I do think so. So, I mean, definitely 1-2 is a solid ride and puts you in a good position to keep battling for this thing in the future rounds. So, good ride, and I'll see you on stream for 250s. And last but certainly not least, Pressure Applier. Congratulations on the third overall, my man. I'm sure you wanted to be up there a little higher, but tell me about your ride and how you're feeling. Yeah, certainly. I mean, anytime you can get on the box, it's a solid ride. So, good job, man, and we'll see you next round. All right, buddy. Take it easy. Alright guys, for those of you still on the stream, just finished up with podium interviews there. For whatever reason, I have my settings turned on, but y'all can't hear me in the stream when I'm talking to those guys, so I did save the video clip. I've been meaning to do that in the first 2 rounds, but we'll post that to our IG in the next couple days. That way you guys can hear what the top 3 in the 450 class had to say about their night. But thanks for tuning in. Be sure to be on the lookout for the notification for the stream for the 250 motos coming right up in the next couple minutes here. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.